Hello everyone, this is Gregor, welcome to the stream, and thanks for the bits. Hello Leonor, welcome to the stream, how's it going? Hope you're feeling better. Also, I kind of hope I didn't mess anything up. Hey! It works. It works. Oh, no it doesn't, hold on. Now it does. There we go. So, you would have no idea how much I struggled to get this to work on a stream. Also, no? Really? Ah, it kind of sucks. Can't work this week. Well, I mean, at least I guess you can stay home and play games. Wait, what? Hey, Nognir! TikTok, the stream has waited much too long. Eh? I don't get it. So, yeah, you would have no idea how much I struggled to get this to work. Also, is my stream brightness okay? Because there's like a slight issue with this game that you can't adjust brightness, but you can only adjust like the global alpha of your PC. It's a lie. Frankenstein Jr. Yeah, I've seen that movie. I get the reference. So yeah, the thing is that in order for this game to tweak brightness, it kind of like alters global gamma on my entire PC. So if I raise it, I kind of worry that like the rest of my stream is going to be like looking a bit washed out. But yeah, let's see how things go. So, how's everyone doing? Aside from like the cold. Let's see, did we get all the things correctly? Like, I think we did. So, Anachronox. This is kind of like a weird thing. I'm gonna be talking a bit over the intro because it doesn't like it's like 3 or 4 minutes of just like panning shots, and we're gonna be trying it on normal because I am not really that confident that I remember what to do like 15 years after I played it last time. It's kind of an oddball game, this. It was made by Storm, which at least one of you knows is the company that made the original Deus Ex, the Austin branch. No, sorry, that was like the Dallas branch. It's like one of them did Deus Ex and this, and the other one was the one that made the Katana. Clearly, this one was made by the good Storm, like in a manner of speaking. Also, wow, what's wrong with my hair? Jesus. This was made by the same people that kind of made Anachronox, except like it was like a much less well-funded project. Hey, G-Scorpion, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Also, I kind of think I need to resize my chat a bit. Sorry about that. Really? What? Okay. Give me like a moment to type something here because... Oh, there we go. Okay, it kind of like needed to auto-scroll a bit. So yeah, how's it going, G-Scorpion? Like, we got a sick person, a PC-disposed person, and you at the moment. So yeah, this game was made by the same people that did the original Deus Ex. However, it was much less well-funded because by the time they started making this, Daikatana had come out, and they were all like massively in depth. So this is like one of those, like, I want to say cult classic, except that no one knows about this game. It's like a really nice Western take on the traditional like Eastern JRPG tropes. It's entirely done in the Quake 2 engine, which is another weird thing considering that the Quake engine is supposed to be an FPS engine and not really a turn-based JRPG one. Also, really, what the hell is wrong with my hair? I think I'm losing it. Yeah. It's a sort of sci-fi JRPG with a lot of like tongue-in-cheek humor, a lot of weird tonal shifts overall. It's one of the games that I just love remembering about.
Money boots.
Although it's
Next
also a
time,
game that I'm pretty
I
sure
mix and
hasn't
match.
aged that well. Or like at all. Yeah, it's one of those games.
Hit me.
Also, wow,
Hasn't there
I
been
forgot to
enough
put
of
my
that?
phone on silent.
Have a heart.
Apparently there's like a humble bundle or something.
One
we
of
go.
Detta's kids?
Yep.
Anyone else throwing me out
And
a
we
window?
play as
lately?
this guy, Sly
Come
Boots.
clean with the debt, Sly. Detta's no slouch, and he's
Yep.
got muscle. He'll
Apparently
collect
this guy
one way or
named
the other.
Boots, which
Hey,
is
money's
short for
tight. As soon as it
Buccelli or
rains-
something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't make it any better.
I'll pour some.
I'd suggest a job if I
And
thought you'd take
it
it.
kind of starts like in the
Try me.
usual, like we're a
The key to
private
my cellar's
detective
missing.
that's down on his luck, and
yeah?
we
Where's
can't
the
make
job
rent,
part
and we
coming?
owe people money,
When
so
you
we
find
need
it,
any
I pay
job
you.
to get us
Man,
going.
I need a real case. I need a challenge worthy of my deductive and pugilistic skill.
Oh, I've already got a bouncer.
But I've got a
Ah,
bouncer.
yeah, see, I know.
Cute.
Told you I like this game.
You want some real advice? Find a job. It's amazing how many of your problems it'll solve.
You think? Fatima!
Visual Basic. It was like ages ago since I last like tried doing that. Like in uni, we kind of had like a sort of, I guess, project that we had to hook into Visual Basic processes from C++, and then C Sharp, and it was like an age ago. I hardly remember like half of that anymore.
What?
I'm kind of happy I
Anything
got this
on
game running
sending
actually. It kind of involved finding like a patch to like make it
I'm
a
just waiting
widescreen
for
because it
business to
wasn't
pick up.
widescreen.
Watch what we-
And note that whenever I sort of like alt tab, because I kind of like need to adjust my webcam a bit, like as a result of like messing around with all the what you call them.
Attitude.
As a result of like messing around with all of
I'm
the
sick of being dead.
settings, because the resolution was kind of like weird. I also moved my webcam around by accident.
I'm not a bum.
Prove it.
Bums don't have offices.
An office isn't a storage room in a cheap bar, Boots.
You suck.
It's time for a new line of work.
Forget it, sweetheart. I'm a detective. It's what I do.
It's like one of the unique things that at the time it paid a lot of attention on character animations. Like the bit where how does the fight versus the camera go? It doesn't. I mean, I'm like fully resigned to the fact that it's gonna start dying anytime soon again. Not a big fan of that, but there's literally nothing I can do for it at the moment, so So, fun story about this game. There may be times where I go something like this. So she's like a quest giver for a future quest. Marina Silvero. There's glass in your hair. I know, it's all the rage on Cordiga. If the camera remains focused on the character, that means they have something more to say. So, yeah. So she's like some kind of like I don't want to say rebel is not the right word, but there's like this planet is supposed to be controlled by some guy named Deta, which is like kind of like a glorified gangster, I guess. And she's supposed to like be running interference to him. This is actually a hint for a side quest that we can do. This Yerokan guy, we can find later on. Also, uniquely in this game, the cursor is an actual character in the game. The little like cyborg lady that talked to us at the beginning, Fatima. She actually lives in this thing, this life cursor as the game calls it. And whenever you can interact with something, you can like hover over it and it will start rotating. It's like insanely unique for like a game written again in the Quake 2 engine of all things. It's like it's got like a surprising amount of depth as well, like a lot of like details. Like you can come and examine the window here, or like you get foreshadowing that this guy is going to be in our party at some point. Paladin's been out of commission all year. Size B batteries are scarce around the bricks, otherwise I would have juiced them up as soon as I could. Poor little guy. We had some good times. Yep. We also need to get the photograph, which I think, let's see, yeah, there we go. This is how you select the slots, you zoom in, you zoom out, and snap. Was it? Yeah. Delete kind of like deletes the photo. Anyway. This is our like the main tool we're gonna be using for collectibles and stuff. Heh, my old broadband scanner from when I lived on Cordiga. Let's see, nothing interesting on the Noxguard band. So this planet's called, like, I think Anachronox, actually. So everything you see with the prefix Nox refers to something on the planet, like Noxguard are the police, sort of. So let's see. I actually know what to do here, but like for the audience's benefit, we need to find a job and do this stuff. I mean, we had to also find the camera, but I already did that. We need to go to get into our back room to get the money. We need to use the time minder, which is like the game's version of a save point, and find myself a job lead, which is There's like a whole sort of like encyclopedia in the game, but unfortunately it's kind of confined on that little window there. So if you have any inclination to read that, you need to scroll through all of it. And like keeps adding stuff too, like it even like splits them up by like, oh, focus? Okay, that was kind of weird. Oh, the focus is dying. So yeah, I'm kind of like decided on maybe considering investing in a new webcam as soon as I get paid, and hopefully if it doesn't break the bank. Like, I'm not holding my breath that I'm gonna be able to afford it, but I'm gonna have a look next week. So fingers crossed. For now, both you and I are stuck with this shitty webcam. Which is kind of funny because like it's the C920, the Logitech one, which is supposed to be like the second or third best streamer one. Guess the code for each tumbler by clicking the up and down arrows above each digit, or by using the up and down arrow keys. Then click on the tumbler or press space to try that number. Solve the entire login time to succeed. So the way this works is we need to like break through these barriers, the lock tumblers. And in order to do that, we need to input what number we think is like the code for that particular tumbler, and then press space. This thing will vibrate for a few seconds, and depending on how full it gets, we are that close into like guessing the correct number. So let me show you. There we go. Let's say that I think my first guess is gonna be 5. Yep. Okay, so with 6, should there go like one step upwards? Or, yeah, so it's like 7. It goes like in like very specific increments. So with this, I think it's gonna be 5. No, like 2 then. Yep. Kind of like need to guess how far away you are from like the correct number by using the gauge here. And like all like good JRPGs, there's like upgrades to those skills as well. Like this one only gives me 10 seconds for 5 tumblers, which is impossible to do currently. Every character has a skill of his own. Like Boot's skill is pick lock, sorry. And all of the characters get an upgrade to that skill at some point by doing like a side quest for it. There's like a specific one for each character, and usually it has something to do with their backstory. In Boot's case, you get a little button here when you do the upgrade, which kind of like freezes the time for a few seconds. Yep, there we go. Having trouble with time? Look at getting an upgrade to your lockpick. So yeah, we can't solve this at all. So that's no biggie. My old Ape arcade machine. I had to sell all the cartridges. I suck. Yep. So yeah, we need to get the money from here. Hey, all that money that fell out of my pockets when... yeah. What were you doing? Like, as a kid, I had no idea what that line meant, and while I can probably guess now, it's also something that I wish I hadn't. I don't really want to go there. The bouncer guy, right? Yeah. Doyle the bouncer. Hey, Sly! I heard falls early this year. I was gonna help you out there, but it looked like you had things under control. Hey, you gotta show me how to fall out of windows without getting hurt like that. Well, it's a skill. I'm nervous, Sly. Data sending people to the tunnels behind the tenements to excavate Mistech. Mistech is something we're gonna see a bit later. Problem is, everyone's coming out there minus their limbs. I don't want to fight cave monsters, and I certainly don't want to work for Data, but the man's gotta eat, right? Oh god, yeah. That's like the thing, the pathfinding is awful. Did I ever tell you I was afraid of the dark? Really? There's like, you can also dance at some point, I think? I'm not quite sure. There's like this little minigame I can play here, which I do not remember how to win. Yeah. I think it's kind of like a... there we go. Yeah. It's supposed to be that you kind of like need to capture the opponent's pieces. And I think there was like only one solution to this, which I do not remember. Yeah, so we're kind of like losing this one now. Yeah, let's just lose it. That's fine. You lose. Quit. You don't actually get anything from this as far as I remember, so... Let's see. Tame Paradox. Like, the names are also, like, amazingly stupid. What a wonderfully painful spill you took there. It's a shame your neck didn't snap on impact. I delight in the sound. Buy me a drink and I'll tell you the secret to successful fighting. Yep. So this is like the first like real objective. in the game, you need to go do the combat tutorial. You're just in a slump. We all go through them. I mean, not as long as you have, but we all go through them. Don't feel sorry for yourself, man. You're making me sick. That's kind of like a funny thing that Sly is like basically made fun of by everyone. Hey, Booter, caught your swan dive earlier. Pretty sweet, dude. You like that? I've been practicing all week. Hey, you still looking for work? Yep, my friend Diana must been exploring the tunnels for some guy. Maybe they need an extra hand. She's slamming at Frank's Flophouse if you're interested. Yep, so that's the quest that we needed to take. So... this guy asks us if he should sell this piece of Mistech, which, like I said, we're gonna find out what it's for eventually. Not now, though. And this is where we save. It's called a Time Minder. It's like a freaking terrifying thing that you pat on the head to save. So let's see, another thing that there's like a hidden interaction here is if you keep talking to this guy. Hey Boots, are you okay, man? I didn't see what happened, but I heard the crash. You're resilient, man. This job's boring, so I've been taking up drawing, you know. Mostly just doodles on the backs of these concert flyers. Wanna see a little picture I drew? I'm not very good. Yeah, so the joke here is that as you progress through the game, if you remember to come back and check on this guy every time you have the option to come back to Rowdy's, his pictures are gonna start like progressively getting better and better. And eventually he's gonna get like on a level where he's like too chic for it, and he's gonna start reverting back to his previous style. Hey Sky, welcome to the stream. Looks like a Russian Deus Ex. You missed the start of the stream actually, where I was saying that this is made by the same people that made Deus Ex, Ion Storm. Yes, and while Deus Ex was made on the Unreal Tournament engine, this one was made on the modified Quake 2 engine that they also use for Daikatana. And yeah, so this is like another hidden side quest. You need to speak to let's see, yeah, you need to speak to Rowdy to let him know that there's like a guy that wants to come into the bar but he's not allowed or something. Let's see. Oh, come on. Was it like this? Hold on. There's a floater named Kekonrad hanging out near the fountain overlook. He's supposed to be the master informant in the bricks. At this point, 99% of the games are made on the modified Quake 2 engine. Yeah, but this is like the actual Quake 2 engine. Were made, you mean? Well, I mean, I always thought that the Unreal Engine was kind of like more of a popular one, and at that time people used to like make their own versions of it. Although like certainly a lot of like high-profile games were on a modified version of the Quake 2 engine, like Half-Life, or Daikatana, or this one, or like a few others.
You're gonna hit me.
Like that mortar thing that like I don't remember what it's called. Was it mortar or something like that? Anyway, yeah, this is like a turn-based JRPG, and this is like supposed to lose fight. Yep, we did. This is to clue us in that you need to learn how to fight.
Was it something I said?
Yeah,
To my sister.
to my sister.
Although, like, I literally have no clue why he spares us here. Literally no clue.
You know, there's a special introductory offer at the Temple of Beating up the street. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to brush up on those self-defense skills.
You
Don't
suck.
think?
So yeah, with this actually JRPG. Here she's bugging, couldn't bend down to kill me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, Jesus. Yeah, I know. There's like a healing item here. Luckily, the tutorial is still active, so we get free stuff. Yep. Heal grease. That's what we use to heal ourselves. It's called a heal grease. There we go. Gonna play Sekiro. Well, not at launch anyway. I'm probably not gonna like get a new game while I still have all of those other games I need to play, but probably at some point. I mean, I'm not a very big Tenchu fan, I guess, which is probably what it's gonna end up like resembling, like a cross between Dark Souls and Tenchu. But so long as it's not as annoying as Neo was to me, I'm just fine. I'm probably gonna like get it on sale or something.
I hate this place.
I hate this place. Yeah, that's why it's a dystopia future. Let's see. So yeah, I'm also gonna be skipping a lot of the dialogue because it's more like mostly flavor stuff. And there's a lot of dialogue, and I don't think my voice is up for that at the moment. So yeah, the clue that this guy tells us is that this whole place is kind of like built on shifting plates. So it's kind of like a sphere where all of the surfaces are kind of like rotating over time, and up until the end of the game no one can explain why. This also means that there are paths that go upside down. Like there should be like a path around here, I think, where you can see someone like walking. There we go. Like, see that guy over there is kind of like on a 90-degree angle to us, and we're actually gonna head here at one point. Maybe here it will show better. There we go. See, so like gravity is very subjective in this part of the game. Also, it's kind of like cool that for a game of like, probably most of it is not dubbed. Yeah, exactly. It's like kind of like a maybe like Final Fantasy X, I want to say, where like you have voiceovers in the cutscenes and everything else is just like text boxes, which is kind of impressive since this game is like, I want to say like at least 3 or 4 years before Final Fantasy X. Let's see. I kind of need this for a quest. We need to take pictures of all those symbols, which is one of the first major collectible side quests that you need to do in the game. Let's see, there's also a... Hold on. Nope, it's not here. Yeah, this is for a later party character's ability to use on. Like, we have Piccolo with this guy, it's gonna be something like hack or data port or something like that. Let's see. Fortunate, is it not, that such a place as this exists? I've nothing to fear in the dark of the night, for I have beefy Viking at my disposal. I love this guy's dialogue, I'm gonna read it out. It's like amazing. Last night, while strolling home, someone was following me. I could tell by the sound of his dainty footfalls that he was a ruffian of the most degenerate sort. Just as he came within my grasp, I unleashed high-octane beefiness on him. It's like insane. All of the characters in this game are insane in their own way. Self-defense is sweet. Yeah, self-defense. I haven't played Yakuza yet, but I've been meaning to start it. Maybe it's gonna be my next big stream game, I guess. Well, yeah, the idea is that this guy has been working out here at like Master Jack's Temple of Beating. That's what this area is called. He's been working out so much that he actually like goes out looking for fights or something like that. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Looking at my bag of Glodens, eh? I've been collecting glodens for 10 long years. I know all about them. Glodens are odd rodents bathed in neutron radiation. This is important, actually. They fuel your shield cells and power belts, so a definite must if you're gonna get into any scraps. So, glodens are actually this game's energy, like mana replenishing item, like mana potion, I guess. They were originally discovered on Hephaestus, the lava planet where all these wonky monks live. Spoiler, this is foreshadowing for later. Glodens are easy to breed and easy to raise from similar non-radiated rodents. They're such a cheap power source, everyone's using them now. Even Cordicom finally got in on the action and markets them. Can I get like a free one from this guy, I think? Yep, there we go. Here, take one. It's worth 40 energy. Energy. Not even subtle. Nothing about this game is subtle. But don't get too friendly with it. They're meant for fuel, not companionship. Yay, we got a free item. We had to like sit through like 3 dialogue things. Oh shit, everything's like so... everything's like so dark. So I have to kind of like raise the gamma a bit, but that also raises the gamma on like it's a like a global toggle on my PC. So I don't know. Did the rest of the stream kind of like get brighter all of a sudden? Like the overlay and stuff, because that was not intended, but unfortunately it's kind of needed because this is an old game. And as an old game, it kind of does not play well with modern graphics cards. Like even the version I'm playing at the moment is heavily modified to allow like widescreen and like to sort of confine the mouse cursor to the window and not let it like go off to the other screen or something, because this game was also not designed for multiple monitor displays. Setups, sorry. Judging by the choice condition of that shiner, I suspect you're here to learn the fine art of the scuffle, the beat, the whack. No, not that one, the other one. No then, I don't take loafers and I don't take thieves. I take students, and I expect respect. Give me any lip, and I'll fatten it. Surprised how many games weren't widescreen proof. Yeah, but like, I mean, this one was like at the time where everyone was on like 4 to 3 CRT screens. Very good, let's begin with a crash course on simple combat. The streets of Anachronox hide all manners of threat, and you will do well to learn some basics. Maggot. Oh jeez, I'm gonna hurt my voice this way. If you're gonna learn the way of the whack, you better cut jackwise and beef up on the fundamentals. Some of this will seem simple, basic even, but unless you got a firm grasp of the firm grasp, you're gonna be coughing up teeth instead of wisecracks next time you're in a scuffle. Got it? Like the dialogue in this game is amazing. One of the guys that wrote it, Tom Hall, he was also like one of the contributors in Old Man Murray, and that sort of humor kind of like shows here. So let's learn the basic abilities and concepts that can make even the infirm bag of loose change like yourself into a bastion of beathood. Jeez. So yeah, this is where we get the tutorial on the stats and the combat system. The first of the basic abilities is might. Not might, might. It indicates how physically powerful you are in a fight. Something about the spare tire around the girdle tells me that this ain't gonna be your forte. Might is an important attribute for both your beefiness and beat skill. Yeah, you'll see eventually how this goes. It's like a kind of a unique system here. The second of these basic abilities is agility. Your agility is what makes you fast, graceful, and likely to avoid a licking. A true master of agility can dodge all but the most skilled attacks. Hell, someday you might even learn to dodge that robot target behind me. Right now, though, I'm just not seeing it, Tiger. Agility is an important attribute for your speed, beat block skills. The third and last of these basic skills is wisdom. This one doesn't seem your forte either, but let's hope for your sake there's still a brain cell or two rattling around in there. Hold on a sec, Chief. I came here to learn how to fight. So far you've done is explain really obvious concepts while giving me the verbal smackdown. You gonna teach me something useful or what? Yeah. Whew. Wisdom boils down to intelligence, and though you can drop an opponent with brains alone, a spoonful of wisdom can make a little might go a long way. Wisdom is an important attribute for your beat block skill. So, yeah. Now pay attention, the main skills used in battle are beefiness, beat, speed, and beat block. Your beefiness is your ability to deal large amounts of raw damage. Your beat is how good you are at hitting someone, so it's like the hit rating of this game. Your speed is how fast you can attack, and your beat block allows you to avoid getting hit by your opponent, so basically your dodge. I'll let you have this old Vistin pistol, because ours was broken. It's old, it's beat up, but it's better than a bare-knuckle blood fight. Yep. So the combat in this game is kind of a combination of Final Fantasy and I forget which one the other one was, which allowed you to move around in nodes. But yeah. Each character has a character portrait. Let's skip through this. This is like basically the Final Fantasy ATB gauge, which allows you to take an action as soon as it fills. Health, energy, shields. Sorry, I think this is shields and this is energy. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, you can also like move around on the battlefield. We can't here because it's a tutorial combat, but yeah. It's kind of like how it's gonna go for a few more levels. Oof. Ha! Did you think he would just take a poke without fighting back? Can't stir up a hornet's nest without getting stung. Yep. So that about ends up the first tutorial. Some porker once paid me with a life care, so shield upgrade. Hey. So basically what he just gave us here is an upgrade for the cursor. Which is, like I said, is kind of like a physical object of its own in this game. Upgrades to the cursor are actually boots combat spells, I guess. So yeah, the blue thing is the energy, and we have like, I think each character learns up to 4 skills. Yeah, Fatima screen. This one blocks damage. So you basically like double click open a window in front of the character you want to protect. That legit spooked you, really? Oh, yeah, I mean, so in this game, this cursor is an actual thing that follows the protagonist. It's called a life cursor. And inside it is a... I'm not sure if I'm spoiling anything, but like it's an AI kind of situation. The woman you saw is kind of like living inside the cursor. So yeah, we cut damage by 50%. Woo. With the life cursor. Digital weapon for internet. And I suppose this is supposed to be like... Oh, what? Oh, shoot. What? Oh, did the... Undefined hot button state. This should not be visible. Wow. Did I manage to glitch the game? Nice. So the thing here is that yeah, we kind of glitched the game because I'm still in combat when I shouldn't have been in combat. How did that happen? Okay, I guess like we're killing the game then, because there's like nothing I can do, is there? Like, the menu is kind of locked because of this. Yep. This should not have happened, so I need to Alt-Tab and kill the process. And then launch it again. Hope I saved. I think I saved like on the thingy just before we entered this place. So hold on, let me just like get Go Galaxy up. Let's see, can do the desktop thingy. No? Really? Desktop? Hello? Why isn't my... Oh, I see. There we go. Just like try to get it from here. Now the thing is, because I play the modified version, I kind of have to launch it from the UI, like the folder, rather than the... Oh, hold on. Yep, this is like just before we started the tutorial. I'm still gonna have to like sit through the what shall I call it? I still have to sit through all the dialogue and stuff, but hopefully it's not gonna like do anything this time. I'm not sure why I did that though. In general, this game wasn't particularly awful at like glitches and bugs and stuff. It was like slightly at some points because it's like on the Quake 2 engine again, and it's not supposed to be used for like JRPGs. But yeah, I'm just gonna like go through this and see what the problem might be. I think that maybe it failed to end combat properly, and it still thought that we could like perform moves and stuff. Who knows? So now we're gonna get hit for 67. No, 70. So this is like also a nice illustration that the damage in this game is kind of like it's not like static numbers. It has like a small variance to it, and there's a lot of fights where like getting screwed by the randomness of it all kind of might mess things up for you. So yeah, let's do this again. Call Fatima. Click. And this is probably the only game I've ever played where your actual cursor is like a thing in the game, like an actual physical presence. So let's see, will it work properly? There we go. Aha! As part of the introductory offer on the Temple of Beating, every new client gets 2 heal grease plus at the end of the first lesson. Judging by the way that robot beat you around, you're gonna need it. And we gained levels. Levels. So how did we... Yeah, there we go. So yeah, every character learns up to 4 battle skills, which is kind of nice, I guess, because you don't have to worry about like setups and builds and stuff like that for now. Yeah, the grayed out stats, those come into play when you get the game's version of Magic. Let's go save though. Just in case like it screws up again. That's like literally the first time I've ever had this happen to me. And this is a game that I've played so much that I'll actually... this is... Sky knows this because like he's known me on Steam for a few years now. But I used to do guides for games up until like I kind of like didn't have the time for that anymore. fun story. This is actually the first game I ever made a guide for game FAQs, and it got rejected because I made it too big and too detailed. This is how much I like the game. I literally got it like rejected, and the email notification said that due to size and formatting restrictions, they could not accept it, and I should like trim it down, which I never did. But whatever. So yeah, this is like another good example. In this game, you can also move around, and some of the character abilities and some of the battles, you actually need to use this to, you know, win. For example, this guy can't attack us because he's like a melee character. Well, we can like run around the battlefield and like evade him, I guess. But 700 pages Final Fantasy 3 guide is fine. Yeah, I mean, again, this game was like in 2001. Oof. I got punched. At the time that I made the guide, it was like we still had like ISDN connections, so it was like 56K or like 128 or something like that. But yeah, it was like 2001 or 2002. Like it was like a lot more limited than what they had in 2010. Like you couldn't like format it in HTML. You could only submit it as like pure TXT files, and then like what's the guy called, like CJC or something like that? That's the guy that made it, right? Game FAQs, like CJC or something like that, right? He and like whatever stuff he had at the time would like take the text that you sent in like in a TXT file, and they would format it themselves from scratch, and this is probably why my guide was dismissed. And also, it was like a year after the game came out, and there still wasn't any FAQ on Game FAQs, which was the second reason that I made that guide. I still have the TXT file somewhere. It was like I was like a kid at the time, and like even the writing style was kind of like off. So yeah, there we go. This is the tutorial on like how movement can like assist you actively in combat. So we moved here, and now we can activate this thing. Yep. Which activated the force field, which blocked the guy from coming to us, and which allows us to snipe him. Ah, tactical. Like I've only ever played like the Baldur's Gate games at that point, and even maybe like one or two of the Final Fantasy ones. So being able to like move around the battlefield like in turn-based and like interact with the environments, I was like mind-blowing at the time. And still a really nice game too. Like it definitely hasn't aged well, but it's still so much fun. 1995. Yeah, I know. I was like 9 at the time. Status effects. Yeah, we're gonna like get the last tutorial on like putting debuffs on enemies. I think the bindle bug does a burn or something like that. Using the item icon, click on the bindle bug, which actually is one word and it's the typo here, and select the robot target icon. I only was at the time. That's a good one. Daddy Gregor approves of the dad joke. 375 most popular website ever? Really? Alexa does that? Hey, nice! Looks like you blew off some of his fiddly bits. As you can see, status effect items make excellent weapons in battle. But with better weapons come the need for better defense. That's where shield cells come in. Yep. You're getting like the shield in this game as well. So the dark green part is kind of like a temporary health. And yeah, the shield thingy you can recharge. I don't remember how it recharges. I think it's like by like when you get out of combat or something. I don't really remember how like the shield worked. I think it kind of like regenerates after each fight. And with that, I send you off into the great, big, wonderful world of beating strangers, my boy. Whackmaster Jack can teach you no more. Anything else you're gonna learn, you gotta earn at the cost of your own blood out there in the field where it counts. You're gonna get some XP. Give and take, cut and thrust, make them bray, and never be afraid to shoot them in the ding-dong. Take care, kid. Don't die dumb or anything. Although in your case, I guess that's inevitable. Okay, this is kind of like a recurring theme in the game that people tend to look down on boots like a lot. I think this goes for like maybe the first half of the game, which is like maybe 20 hours or something. They're not even pretending. Like they're never actually, you know, pretending in this game. It's like the one refreshing thing about the writing here. It's very overt, I guess. Oh, anyway, I think that's it for the tutorial, and now we can like actually focus on proceeding with the story and stuff. But I am going to save just in case. So, did we get a photo of that? No, we didn't. Hey, why did the photo disappear? What? There we go. Lovely. So this is for a side quest a bit later in the game, where you need to find 6, I think, of these symbols and take a picture of them. Vertigo! Here! Now! So dizzy! Must breathe deep! So yeah, this is where we get our payback on the guy. But first, I kind of need to come up here and make this guy just like jump in. I fling things for a buck! His name is Flingbot. I'll fling your trench coat for a buck. That's right. I'll fling anything for a buck. Doesn't matter the shape or size. I'll fling it right over the rail. For a buck. I'll fling myself down there for a buck. I think it's illegal to throw things down the fountain too. Are you serious? Yep. Whoops. He was my friend. And we killed him by talking to him. Let's see. That Yerokan person is this guy, I think. Nope. Do you have the package? I'm just waiting for my wife. Let's see. Hey, Gunnar, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let's see. I think the path to like the item shop is blocked at the moment, because you're supposed to go down like this way, but like someone fell from the gravity went a bit insane and someone died down there. But I think you can also take a picture of another Anachronox symbol around here. Yep. Damn it. What? 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 Why is the cutscene playing again? I've already seen this. What? Is it because the game crashed? Or like soft locked or froze or whatever? I'm fine, thanks. Just like getting into an old favorite of mine here. Assuming it works properly at some point.
I hate this place.
And like, look, even the healing item kind of respawned. So, okay. That's like good for us to like heal. Yep, it looks like all of the level triggers kind of reset. So I assume if I walk through here, there's gonna be a fight. Just wanna like test it out. Yep, there we go. So this happened when we left this place.
You're gonna hit me, aren't you?
I wonder what happens now that we have like skills and stuff. Can we actually kill him? Oh no, we don't. Oh, we do. It's like so weird. I'm supposed to die in one hit. So yeah, he kills us. A cutscene should play. It's like literally what we did as soon as we left the bar.
Said?
Yeah.
I have
To my
no idea what's going on.
sister.
How did we reset everything? Oh shoot, I kind of realized something.
You know, there's a special introductory
Does
offer
this
at
mean
the
that
Temple of Beauty on the street.
we lost our
Maybe
gun
it wouldn't
again?
hurt to brush up on those self-defense skills, don't you think?
That's gonna be a bit stupid. Let me just like check. Yep. Oh. No, it actually like unequipped my weapon at the time and put in another one of the broken one for some reason. What? How does this even work? Could I have gone off and like grinded a few levels and then came back and like beat this guy? That's insane. How? I'm discovering all these kinds of weird bugs that I never saw before in this game. How did I even manage that? Oh well. Doesn't matter. So yeah, our objective here is to go to Frank's flop house. Yeah. And then that means fighting this guy again. Oh shoot. Why is he like kicking my ass so hard? Oof. Like, I don't remember this guy being that hard to fight. So yeah, I'm kind of puzzled here. I really don't want to use my last healing item yet. This is something we interact with later. More foreshadowing. Hi. So yeah, that's like one of the weird things with this game. The camera, the people in charge of the cinematography or something were really fond of like these weird panning movements, which are a bit dizzying, to be honest. I'm gonna kill him. No, wait. First I'm gonna take all his money, then I'm gonna kill him. My father deserved better. Simon Langer must die for what he did. Too bad his address isn't listed on SenderNet. Did we get a... No, we don't. But this is like totally a hook for a quest later on. Let's see, now we talk to this guy. Detective. Ah, detective.
I know
No, never mind.
secrets.
That's not it.
Lots of them. We could share a few if you've got any to spare.
Look, you little beefer. I know every Stulola from here to the reservoir. And you ain't a regular.
Regardless. I know. For
Regardless.
example, one of Debtor's crash doctors threw a private dick out a window today, just a few blocks away from here. Flung like a rag doll.
So you heard about that, huh? Big
deal.
deal. You gotta do better than that if you want to impress me.
Your first pet was a miniature Spitzer named Earl.
What's your rate, Chunker?
Strictly a quid pro quo arrangement. I believe the free exchange of information should be the goal of every civilized society. Don't you think? Keeps everyone just a little more honest.
So I gotta share my dirt with you before you'll sprinkle any of your own.
I love the dialogue in this game.
That's the idea. I'll be here for the next few hours if you have any inquiries, Detective.
Like seriously, the dialogue is so over the top. That's amazing. Eddie knows. Haha, this is also a hint for later. Wink wink, nudge nudge. But yeah, unfortunately the first like hour or so of the game is kind of like a huge back and forth to, you know, get to know the area better. Have you seen this woman? So this is kind of like a funny thing that I never knew when I played the game the first time, the very first time, is this is this dialogue only comes up if you talk to her at the bar. And if you turn her in, it kind of locks you out from doing like 3 side quests later on. So we're gonna say nope, we've never seen her. She's supposed to be like some sort of like resistance fighter or something. This is the second Anachronox sign. Someone's on fire just around the corner. Yeah, and there's like a little Easter egg that if you wait here, I think you can... There we go. You can kind of see like a guy on fire like running around. Like the game is full of these little Easter eggs and hidden interactions. There's like a lot of attention to detail actually. Let's do another save. Don't touch anything. Yeah, this is where we buy our healing items. And I think we can also, let's see. It's like an item. There we go. It's like a collectible. So, I would like to draw your attention to the item name that's going to come up on screen. Found Tago. These are the collectibles of the game, and their name actually stands for Totally Arbitrary Collectible Object. Yes, it's this kind of game. Like I said at the start, it's like a very tongue-in-cheek kind of writing in this game. And basically, a bit later on in the game, you get to like a city which kind of acts like a hub, and you can turn those in for rewards. I think there's a total of 20 in the game, and they're all hidden in weird areas like that one was. You definitely need to, you know, get off the beaten track, beaten path, I guess, to find this. So we're gonna get a few healing items. Time Minder tears we're not gonna be buying because they're fucking expensive, but they're like the healing items of the game. Get a plus as well. Just wasted my entire supply of money. And the thing is that in this game there's no... I don't want to say there's no respawning fights, but there are very limited. So there's very few places where you can go and grind for cash. Envelope with $50 in it. Yay. In a chest. In the middle of the fruit market. Because that makes sense. Oh, there we go. Another fight. Oh, I forgot to heal. Nice. Also, I'm not sure, but maybe I should have started this on easy. Like, if they're spamming grenades... Oof. Yeah, and I got burned. That sucks. I think it's probably time to play it a bit defensively. I don't remember at what difficulty I played it back in the day. I think it's probably like on maybe normal, but with a lot of trial and error. But yeah, this guy's just gonna like keep spamming grenades by the looks of it. Yep. I do remember that at some point the game became a lot easier once you unlocked a few things, because you could more or less one-shot your enemies. But yeah, kind of feels like a rough start. Maybe I should have picked it up on easy difficulty, since like we don't care about anything more than the story, more or less. Also, yeah, because it's a Quake 2 engine game, the animations don't like really mesh well into one another. So there's like one animation for dealing damage to them, and then once that's done, if they are dying, there's gonna be another animation of them like toppling over. Which is kind of weird, but I mean, you work with what you have, right? And these guys didn't like have much in the way of tech. The Quake 2 engine was fine for its time, but it wasn't particularly good with animations. It was more like a texture and resolution thing, and particle effects, if I remember correctly. Hey, we won!
Warning. Transition minor plate sections 32, 33, 11, and 6 will commence in 15 seconds.
Danger, danger!
Please keep area.
Yes, we got a healing item, so this is gonna be tight. So let's see. Need to take a picture of this one now. There we go.
Transition complete.
Yep. And we're also kind of blocked from certain areas at the moment. Thankfully, I think it's only like 4 or 5 fights before you get your next party member. There's gonna be a segment here a bit later when you need to follow someone, which is, I remember, being extremely annoying. And yes, the game also kind of suffers from everything like looking the same, because like it's the textures that work like that. And they didn't have a very diverse set of textures as with any other game of the time. I think there was kind of like a collectible here or something. No? Like, hard to tell. Like, I have the studio lights here, and when the games are kind of dark like this one is, it's really hard to see. Eddie knows. Yeah, I know that Eddie knows. Also, get another healing item. I think there's... Yeah, there we go. That's the thing there. See? Let's see. That thing here, the shoes. It's gonna be an interaction with a party member later on. Supposed to be fun. Oh dear. It's kind of like a depressing area for
Warning.
the first area of the game, though, isn't it?
Plate section C,
Like,
D,
really
E,
depressing.
and F will commence in 15 seconds.
Let's see, talk to here, blah blah blah. Then go down to the tenements.
Not liable for injury or death resulting from plate transaction.
Go into the flop house, get another cutscene, and yeah.
Transition complete.
It is unfortunately a bit uneventful as a game. The first maybe hour or so. Blah blah blah. So yeah. Hey, T12, welcome to the stream. It's supposed to be depressing. I know, I mean, it's kind of like monotonously depressing. There's like not a lot of variety and stuff. It gets a lot better once you get, what's his name? Pal something? The little robot dude. Because like he's also kind of like brighter, the character model and stuff. So we can't speak with these guys until we get a translator, which is a bit later in the story. Spoilers. Yeah, so I'm just like going through the motions. Actually, I want to try something. Let me just check and see. Yeah, I mean, there's some cheerful places later on, like the what was the planet named? Democradus. That's like a very weird place to be in. Oh, yeah. So this was kind of like an interaction that I had no idea how to do when I first played the game. And then I sort of kind of like snapped a picture by accident. So let's see, where was it? It's got like some nice references here as well. Let's see. So that G Matavastros thing is something for a bit later. But we also have Schaefer T. Gee, I wonder who that might be. Or Hobocup. Or which, let's see, I know a few of them are supposed to be references, but what we're looking for is where was it? Warren. Paladex, Valentine, Stillwell. I think it's like Stillwell that we're looking for. Like one of these is Langer. There we go. C5. So let me. I'm not sure. I think you need to take a picture of it or something, and then you can go and like let the girl at the fountain know about where this guy lives. It's like in C5, I think. Yeah. So let's see. Hold on. C5 is like on the first floor. I think so. I'm not sure if I actually need to I'm not sure if I actually need to go examine his door before I can let her know where he is, because he's supposed to be the guy that killed her father or something. It's like this one, right? Hold on a second. I'm in the shower. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could like warn him or something. Nice. Seems interesting. Ah, yes. Like a. Okay, I can do that. But yeah, like the Democratus is kind of fun, and like the sender station is also kind of like colorful. There are a few more cheerful places than this. Oh yeah, there's like a. This is needed for a quest later on, isn't it? Where the police guy asks you to investigate a murder or something. And I think you can sort of get like an upgrade out of it, right? Oh, it's all coming back to me now. That's so nice. Can take his money and rat him out for more money. Really? You can do that? Doesn't he like a... Well, yeah, it's a terrible place, but it's a lot more cheerful and colorful and insane. Like, Democratus is such a funny place to explore. A bit of a pain in the ass to get around. But it's like... like 10-year-old Gregor was kind of had his mind blown by that place. It's like, what do you mean they have to vote on everything? Okay, that's it. Oh. There are no nice places in this game. Well, yeah, nice, no, but at least cheerful, there are a few. And like this game also has the best like bad guy in a game ever. Oh shit, what was his name? Like I think his name is Rictus or something like that. The like the supervillain guy. He's like so hilariously over the top that I just like love that part of the game. It's Rictus, isn't it? On the spaceship thing. There we go. So now we get to stock up on these nice, beautiful hill greases, which are gonna allow me to not die. I think there's like a taco around one of these apartments as well. Although I'm not sure which one it was in. It might have been on the very last floor. Like near Grampus's door. Oh, this is the wrong way. 15. No. So we can actually warn him and then double cross him or something. But he doesn't die in that case, does he? Because if you let him know that she's after him, he just like escapes, I think. I think. I'm not sure. I've never actually tried doing both. So let's see. One of these. Nope. Yep. This one is for later in the game. I'm pretty sure there's like a toggle we can get in this building somewhere. Well, yeah, we can't activate the other two sections. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is just proceed with the story for now. I mean, we're gonna get back to the fountain area in a bit anyway, for the quest, like the main story quest or something. So we can let her know then. This one I think has a door that needs the master lockpick thingy to. Oh, there we go. Tago. It even says tag on the little plug on the bottom. I never noticed that. So yeah, this is like a master lockpick thing. No, it's not? Really? Whew. I didn't remember that. Although I think you can't really do anything in the basement now. You need to trigger some sort of meeting with the mob later on to be able to, you know, do stuff there. But maybe there's like a healing item or something. Or is this the... Nope. There we go. Ah, Frank's Privacy Lounge. I've been to some pretty primo bachelor parties in here. Yep. Come to think of it, half of the game's dialogue is more or less foreshadowing for later events. Which is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I like Tom Hall's writing style a lot. But I still think that maybe a bit less foreshadowing might have helped in this case, although the dialogue is still amazing in this game. Let's see, Frank's Flophouse, and talk to this guy. Oh, damn it, I selected the wrong option. Well, there's like 50 credits I'm never gonna see again. Party fully healed. And please note the dripping toilet sounds. Like, for that time, the sound engineering was amazing in this game. Especially like Quake 2 at the time had a thing where it could simulate different surfaces and play back different audio for it, which is something you can see them using in this game a lot. Like, yeah, there we go. So if you listen now, it's like the sounds are like basic, like stepping on metal sounds. So as soon as we get back to back up on the walkways, it should go like a lot louder. Let's see. No. Oh, okay. I'm sure they do that in some of the places though, so I don't know. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure that the Rowdy's bar kind of has this thing where the bit with the DJ table sounds a lot louder to step on than the rest of the place. Yep. I forgot you can't like toggle them with WSAD. Okay. Also cutscenes.
Excuse me.
No, come on in. I could use the company.
Aw. Also, it's like scenes like
Valeska
this
sent me to
that,
see you about a job.
Get
kind
about
of
it.
like make me think
This
that
old
I maybe
guy,
shouldn't have been playing this when I
Grumpus,
was like
he hires
12
me to
or
go into
13 or
tunnels,
something.
right? Bring back some mistech, easy job.
Maybe,
Wouldn't
just
have 10
maybe I
minutes
shouldn't
when
have
something
been
came out of
playing
nowhere
this.
and did this to me. I mean,
Hey, Tuma, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
and the old
Welcome
bastard
to the
wanted
retro
pay
fun
me. He
times.
said, no mistech, no money. He's in the tenements next to the movie theater. If you want to punch him in the face for me. Right in the face.
Yeah. So that's the Matavastros person that we need to talk to. And also get our first like equipable, I guess. I think we can equip it until we give it back to Valesta. So it gives a bit of more speed. Somewhat okay. Ooh, it's like the bug problems again. That kind of sucks. Yep, this one requires master. We cannot do that. You are not skilled enough to lockpick this. Like, the animations alone take more than 10 seconds. Yep. I keep forgetting that I can't do it with WSAD. Damn it. Among other things. Aw, that sucks. Hope it gets better soon. Let's see, get the healing item. Oop. Got alert, have to finish a lecture on YouTube. Really? Lecture? Okay, that sounds interesting. Tell me more about it later. Eddie knows. Yes, we know that Eddie knows. We've heard that like a million times so far. I don't know if there's like anything to use in here though. Come on. So yeah, I'm kind of skipping a lot of the dialogue at the moment because again, a lot of it is kind of like expositionary stuff. Like how Anachronox works and works. Walks? Why did I say walks? Oh, Anachronox doesn't walk. But yeah, how like the planet and like the whole place kind of works, and it's stuff that I'm gonna be commentating on anyway. Oh dear, suspense. Doop 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 doop. Megalithic archaeology, really? That sounds weird. I mean, I have a general idea what it is. Whoa! Metal Gear! It's like totally a Solid Snake callback, although Metal Gear Solid probably wasn't out when this game first came out, or maybe it was around that time. I need to like check it out now. Let's want to see if I'm remembering things correctly. Let's see, Anachronox. When did Anachronox come out? It came out in 2001. Oh, so maybe MGS1 had already come out at the time? Let's see. Metal Gear Solid 98. So yeah, it had totally come out at the time. Huh. Now we get punched by an old guy. Spoilers. Punched by the old guy. Shh. Well, not punched, but still.
Think you could slink into my home that easily, you little thief?
I'm not a thief.
Says he after breaking into my house.
No, I'm not a thief. I'm looking for work.
Smartass.
I heard you were hiring for a plunder job in the tunnels. I thought...
Who told you that?
Dianimo?
Dianimo?
Yes.
Pitiful
Metal Gear.
excuse for a thief. She didn't get a penny out of me. Not one. You hear that? I feel bad for the girl, but she wasn't hired to fail, and I ain't paying for pity. Tell Dianimo she doesn't get paid until she makes good on what she was contracted for.
Well, you know, actually, I'm not here for Dianimo.
I'm here to do it myself.
I'm here to finish her job.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I'm like so cool
The
after being
tunnels,
punched by an
a
old guy.
misstep. I'm your man. I'm experienced and expensive, available.
Yeah, and
Desperate, yeah.
No
Whoops.
thanks.
Come on, Gramps, I'm up to snuff. Just give me a chance. You need an escort, I need a job. What do you say?
First, you must answer these
Is
questions
that a
3.
yes? No?
So I think this is the part where he asks us to find like a translator or
Will
something.
you stop distracting me?
But you're not listening. If you need a man to plunder the tunnels for you, look no further. I'm your...
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay. Who's obsessed?
Unlocking the hidden power of Mistech is my life's work. I'm closing in on a breakthrough. I can feel it. But
Yes, I need more samples.
So what's the problem?
There's like so much stuff that I want to spoil about this character, but I can't.
Ripped off. How are you any better than her?
I'm a professional.
Prove it. Bring me the helmet of a Nox guard.
I can do that. That's easy.
And the shrubbery.
Brother, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Splendid. Get out!
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, I remembered correctly. There's the tago there. See, I remember. I'm not like misremembering things like I do all the time. I think it's like an item you can use with stiletto later. Earlier? Wow. Or wasn't it here? It was like somewhere like down. It's like a remote switch you could access. Oh well. We're gonna be revisiting here anyway at some point. Also, nice. So we need this one. It's kind of like a Mistech Museum member card. Yeah. I think that once we're done with this quest, and like no spoilers, but Grampus kind of like ends up joining us. If we've picked up the museum access card, he kind of like comments on that. Like, wait, did you just steal my membership card or something? Which was kind of funny the first time. Like, I hadn't played at the time a lot of games that kind of accounted for player actions like that. Like, Deus Ex had the infamous example where you go into the UNATCO, like the ladies' restroom, and Manderly kind of chastises you on that. But other than that, there weren't really that many games that could call you out on doing silly things in the game. I think we can go this way, or is it? I think this way is blocked, right? Let's see. Or not. Oh no, this is the access for the tunnels. This is where we're becoming when we this is where we'll be coming when we end up doing the first dungeon of the game. We're kind of like skipping this guy. He's an optional boss later on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Also, damn, I'm like spoiling everything for everyone all the time. Sorry, I just realized. But this kind of comes like with the territory. If I've really played like a game like this much, you sort of kind of like remember things out of the blue. And this is, make no mistake, this is a game that has a lot of that kind of foreshadowing and like revisiting earlier areas and you know, in general. Hold on, we haven't snapped a picture of this one, have we? Nope. Okay. Let's just look at a picture of this one. I think he's patrolling the platform area. I think it's all the way back. I don't actually remember which area the game considers the platform area. I think it's the area just before the fountain. But yeah, there's like a guard that complains that his helmet is too small. And you can sort of like bite off of him. Oh, hold on, no, the platform area is the area with like this, which is kind of like a parking lot kind of thing. Let's see. And there's like, I think we might be getting introduced to... No, hold on, there's another fight here first. Am I fully healed? Yeah. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, I remember you could fight this guy. We smart. It's kind of like one of those games that you need all the experience you can get. Because it's really, really, really easy to, you know, die in the very first parts of the game. Once we unlock Mystic and get like spells and stuff, it becomes a lot easier. And then when we get I don't remember what it's called, but it has something to do with these bagpipes. You can sort of design your own like spell sets by using those bugs, putting them in like blank Mystic or something like that. And at that time, it becomes extremely easy to, you know, break the game in a few ways, like make not overpowered spells, but you can get a lot more versatility, I guess. So yeah, that's one of the switches that we can activate with another party member later on. That one took forever to find, to be honest. It's like so tiny. I'm just like walking through here and I'm like, what? There's a thing there. Calling elevator. Oh, no, never mind. Elevator's here already. So we are at 4 now. I think the guy we need is at 2, so I'm gonna go to 3, 1, and then 2. Oh, and there's another taco, which is what you get when you activate that thing with the thrown item later on in the game. Spoilers again. Amazing. Like a fight here. Like one of these places has a fight, I'm pretty sure about that. Oh, I guess yeah. Like you need to fight the cup to get the helmet. I think. Like duh. Let's see. Oh, never mind. It's like on the first floor. I wasn't on the second one. Why did I remember that? What a beautiful day! I haven't felt this glad to be alive in years. Green skies, the smell of rocket fuel in my nostrils, skin crisping from jet exhaust. Every day should be this wonderful. Too bad I still got a headache from that damn helmet. Headquarters issued me a size 5 helmet this morning. I was cutting off circulation and I kept passing out. Luckily, the Nox guard I relieved from duty was nice enough to give me his replacement.
Caution. Loitering on landing platforms may result in injury or death from engine exhaust.
Here's the helmet. Mission accomplished. Now go away. And I think if I talk with him, yeah, we get to fight him now. I don't remember if you can take him on at this level. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, okay. Totally can. Like, I don't think I have the speed to shield myself and then heal myself. And yeah, getting like... oh, hey, I got another helmet. Nice. So I got 2 now? Nope, it's just the one. So he gives it back to us and... sorry, he takes it back from us and then... What? I have no idea. So weird. It's okay. It's like an old game that the item triggers are sort of all over the place. But we didn't end up with 2 helmets, so that's nice. Oh. Also, I guess we were supposed to save here before going down. Oh, hi. 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 I see. Like another one. There we go. So how many do we have now? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one above the museum makes 6. So that should be all of them. And I don't even have the quest yet. It's like speedrunning strats. I'm just like taking these random pictures because there's gonna be a quest later on. And you save like 20 seconds for like snapping them all now. It's kind of like funny though that I can complete a quest before even knowing it exists. I don't think, although no, hold on, that's a lie. There are another maybe 2 or 3 quests where you can you need to use the camera, but I think that's about it in the game. There's a place where you need to get evidence, I want to say. So you need to take a picture. What else was there? I forget. There's like a couple of places where you need to take a picture anyway, and that's about it. It has like a separate function button for just that. And also I'm not sure if it kind of saves your pictures on the hard drive. I want to say it does. So let's see, tenements. Speak with Grampos, recruit Grampos, go talk to Dianamo and offer her some money because that's also another side quest. Go give Valesta her bracelet and tell the other woman, which I don't remember her name, that that Langer person is in here, hiding. Langer, I think. Let's see. Langer, yeah. Oh, like making progress. And then I think we need to also go activate PAL before we can proceed with the game. Because we need his hacking world skill to do some things.
All right, geezer. Stop fondling the mistack and crack a gander at the goods.
What?
Am I hired or what?
What?
Data beefed up security since the Dianimo fiasco. Getting into the tunnels might be trouble.
We'll deal.
Here, take this and plug it in your ear. You'll understand every language from here to the Traeger anomaly.
Spiffy. Where'd you pull this baby from?
The Nox Guard helmet. Linguinators became standard issue 2 months ago.
Really? How'd they communicate with the aliens before that?
They beat 'em up.
Well, where the hell do we go now?
Lead the way, hot pants.
Press tab now to switch characters. Any party members can be leader and interact with the world. They all have unique abilities. So yeah, you can sort of like swap out any character that's in your party. Let's see. Speak with the animal first. I think we need to go to that Conrad guy to ask him where to find Eddie. There we go. You! Oh, shoot, what? Oh no! I clicked the wrong dialogue option. Damn it. Oh, where is it? Platform area? Really? No! And it didn't autosave, did it? Yep. So the platform area was just after we fought the cop guy, right? Yeah, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I would like to like do that anyway. Like set the record straight. It's not a nice thing to like not do. Let's see. It's like snap. Go back to 4. We'll do this the fast way. As opposed to what we've already been doing. So let's see. I'm gonna make sure I save this time after I get Grampus, just in case. Like, I'm sure there's also like an option to enable saves everywhere, but that kind of beats the point of the time minders anyway. And I'm sure there's like a couple of points where you need to use time minders to get items, so... Hey! Did not realize the time. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like 11 PM. I'm just like maybe giving it an hour here, just like getting just before the... just before the dungeon bit, because we have like a bit more like running around to do. This one's our level. Gives me those Ex wipes. Wipes? Do you perhaps mean vibes? And of course it gives you Deus Ex vibes. This game is made by the same studio that made... you may not English tonight. Fine. This is made by some of the same people that made Deus Ex. Or rather, like, the same company that made Deus Ex, Ironstorm. So yeah, a lot of the... like, art direction and mood is kind of similar. Although this game kind of like fell prey to, I believe, was a longer development cycle or something like that. Okay. like you can only see the tongue on the stream preview for some reason. I'm gonna have to look into using a different plugin for that, to be honest, because it's eating off a lot of emotes.
All right, geezer, stop fondling the mistack and crack a gander at the goods.
But yeah, this was kind of like made at around the same time that Deus Ex was made.
Hired or what?
Yeah,
Data
chops
beefed
quite
up
a bit,
security
unfortunately.
since
I don't
the
know why
Dianimo
it does that.
fiasco. Getting into the tunnels might be
Maybe I'm gonna
Will
switch to a
deal.
different service. I'm using like
Plug it
Streamlabs
in
at the
your
moment.
ear. You'll understand
but
every language from here
maybe
to
I
the
can-
Traeger anomaly.
You know what? I
Spiffy,
could probably
where'd you pull this baby
capture it
Knox
from
guard helmet.
Chatty.
Linguinators
I guess,
became
directly.
standard issue 2 months ago.
Really? How'd they communicate with the aliens before
It
that?
worked like
They
that.
beat 'em up.
So yeah, it was
Well,
made at
where
around
the
the same
hell do
time
we
that
go
Deus Ex
now?
was made, but it
Lead
had
the
like a
way,
longer
hot
development
pants.
cycle as far as I remember, and it also kind of suffered from Daikatana having come out at that time approximately. So this game, like, I don't want to say it's infamous for what it did. It's kind of known for ending abruptly. There was supposed to be like another whole third of the game that got cut off, and it sort of like left the game there we go. We did a good thing here. The game kind of like ends on a cliffhanger a lot like sooner than it should from a narrative perspective. Still, it's an amazing game, and I think the writer has gone on record like multiple times saying that he would love to one day make the sequel, like the last third of the game, because it kind of ends on like a big plot twist and a huge cliffhanger. So let's see, now we need to go, which is kind of a shame, because if they had worked a bit less on like this part of the game, like the starting bits that are maybe a bit too like repetitive and have a lot of like back and forth, maybe they could have fit in like an hour or two more at the ending, which kind of sucks. I would really like to see how the story ends, to be honest. But yeah, I think it was like Tom Hall that came out and said that if he never manages to actually make the last third of the game, he's gonna release the design document for it or something like that, so that people can find out how the story ends, which is kind of a cool idea. So this guy.
Okay, so what's the scoop on this Eddie character?
Now, detective, you
You
know,
know
the
the
deal.
deal.
First, you feed me information worth my while.
Well, my neighbor's cat is sick.
Excuse me?
Yeah, blood in his vomit and everything.
Oh, that won't do, detective.
Did this come
Another
out in
try,
2001?
please.
Yes, it did.
Well, there's always Doyle.
Ooh,
Doyle
the bouncer.
Doralimus, bouncer at Rowdy's. What about him?
Rowdy's been lazy with the payroll. Doyle monkeys with the books, paying himself for extra days. He's been skimming for months.
Whoops.
Now who's Eddie?
Eddie the True. Eddie, like myself, gathers information. Although not the most reputable of callings, I realize, Eddie has elevated our lowly profession into nothing less than an art form. No fact is too small. No shred of data too insignificant. He follows each thread of information, each string of thought, juggling this raw data in his mind until a pattern emerges. Look around you. Eddie owns this place.
Yeah.
He owns it in the most
First time you ever
devious way
heard of it?
possible.
I mean, it has never been like a particularly
Make no mistake,
well-known
detective.
game, unfortunately.
Eddie
Because of the troubles with Daikatana, this game kind of
Yeah,
like
whatever.
got marginalized.
Where do I find this
And
creep?
because it kind of like lacked a
Loco
proper ending and all of that,
Cold Wolf.
and because
Ooh,
also
what?
it was like a
Loco
JRPG
Cold
style
Wolf.
game
A
made
name.
by Western developers,
man.
it also didn't get
Follow
the
me.
attention it deserved. I remember it
All
reviewed
paths
it
lead back
reviewed
to Eddie.
quite good
It was a
at the
pleasure,
time.
detective.
Likewise, shoe shine.
But again, it
What's your
didn't
secret?
perform well at all as far as I remember.
You would be surprised how rarely...
I mean, you could check it out if you want. It's on Steam currently and on Good Old Games. I think you can get it for like €6 at the time. Let me just like check that for a moment. Let's see. Desktop. You can get it on Good Old Games or GOG for... Oh, hold on. There's no search function? Really? What? Oh, there we go. Like a bit over €5. If you find this kind of thing interesting, and it becomes like a lot like brighter later on in the game than what we're actually like doing here. I think there's also like a lot of mods and stuff that you can use to, you know, pawn shop in the slums. Yeah, we're not going. There we go. Hi. Are you serious? Haha. Yeah, we ratted him out. And was there anything else I needed to do? Oh, yeah, I need to go back to the Barenworn Marina. That the police are looking for here. But yeah, the only issue is that it doesn't have native widescreen support. The only reason I can do that is because I've downloaded a mod for it. And more or less you can get a lot of mods, I think, for like upscaling the resolution and doing stuff like that. I didn't really look into that because I was kind of in a rush yesterday to prepare the stream for today. But yeah, it's worth a look for sure, and it's kind of like a unique game in its way. It certainly deserves more attention than it got at the time of release. Although that being said, the controls are a bit of a pain to get used to, because you actually control the cursor as a literal object in the game. This is like the cursor is an actual 3D object that you control in game. Oh hey, we can also visit the shop now, but first let's go this way. So maybe I should stream Deus Ex once I'm done with this one. Yeah, whatever. So okay, does this mean I am stuck with like the... I'm gonna be stuck with this forever now, aren't I? The objective to find Conrad, because the game kind of like reset itself. Hey. So yeah, like I was saying, if you come back to this guy during the course of the game, his pictures progressively get better. They go from like stickman figures to like abstract stuff, and then it becomes a lot more detailed eventually. Let's see. Let's like just warn Marina. Hi. Oh, we can't do that yet? Oh, okay. That's a bit unique. Let's see. So where was the other girl? What's her name? Valesta. Because I'm sure I need to return the bracelet to her, right? Yeah. Related games like Katana and Deus Ex. Would I say this one is best out of them? No, not by a long shot. Deus Ex is like on a level of its own. It's like... wow, I'm having trouble describing Deus Ex to someone that like hasn't played games of this era. Shoot. Deus Ex is kind of like a legend in gaming at the moment. I've streamed... This is like one of the first games I streamed also. Like 4 years ago. Jeez. Nah, it's okay. I mean, it's just like... in gaming, I'm like so used to people like actually knowing what Deus Ex is that I've never really had to describe it to anyone. But I am going to stream it eventually because I would love to stream it with like a more, proper setup, and talk more about it, because my very first streams were a bit like I wasn't speaking much. But yeah, the thing is, Deus Ex is by far the best of the three. This one is a decent second. Daikatana is like shit, utter shit. So we need to talk to this guy later to get his sock, by the way. Shigor? I mean, come on. Give me a moment. Do I still have the command for it? Yeah. Go find my very first uploads for streams there and like compare both like... oh, hey, Yerokan. This is the guy for the Resistance side quest. Yeah, we need to warn Marina. Right. Lovely. So I think this kind of like factors into the game later on, where you need to infiltrate the fortress. But yeah, anyway, Deus Ex is by far the best of the three that came out of Ironstorm. It's so influential of a game that it sort of, with System Shock, kind of inspired an entire like subcategory of games, which is like I think PC Gamer used to call them like immersive sims or something like that. It's like games where you have like a lot less linearity in levels, and you are kind of allowed to what should I call it? You are allowed to like solve them in a variety of ways depending on what your character is built like. So in the typical Deus Ex scenario, you could maybe use your hacking skills to unlock a door, or maybe explore and find a vent to bypass it, or even blow it up with explosives and go through, or find a code from someone and unlock it the regular way. And the entire level design is kind of built on that. It's a very influential game. It's definitely worth playing, and G-Scorpion as well. It's a very amazing experience for the time, and it still holds up if you don't mind the graphics. So this is, I think, the Mistech Museum, right? Let's see. We have the enter. Yeah, lovely. Reading on it now. Yeah, it's worth checking out, even if only to see where like more recent games like Dishonored or which ones like that, like the recent Deus Ex games, where they got all their like fundamentals from. And Daikatana is, like I said, a piece of shit. You should not play that game, or if you do, you should make sure to buy it for as cheap as possible, because it's a bad game. And I'm very sorry I actually wasted time on it when I bought it back in the day. Daikatana is actually one of the very first examples of like the developer's name carrying the game as far as it did, because it so how this went down, it was like in the mid-90s. There was a company called id Software, which is actually known for making like Doom, which is the granddaddy of... oh yeah, we can buy Glodens here, but we don't need to yet. We're gonna be able to buy Mistech eventually from this guy. Yeah, they made like... They basically created the FPS genre of games, right? They did like Wolfenstein 3D and Doom, and I think also Quake, if I'm not mistaken. And back then, because there were like only a few like major studios out there in that kind of like industry pool, a lot of the people that were involved in them were like very well known in gamer circles. Like If you've ever heard of like John Carmack and like John Romero and like the rock stars of the 90s in the game development world, a lot of them started from id Software, or like that's where they made their name. Let's see. And like in the mid 90s, they kind of like went their separate ways, or rather a bunch of people left id Software to like create their own companies and stuff like that. And one of those companies was Ironstorm, which was created by what was that? I think it was like Warren Spector and Tom Hall and John Romero, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing was that, unfortunately for them, they kind of like banked on Daikatana being their first major title, and they based a lot of it on that John Romero was like the lead of the project, because he made a name for himself doing mostly the level designs in Doom and Quake, which were pretty good. Like I'm not sure if he actually ever like made like documentation on how he did all of the like level design, like even if he nope. Well, they're ripoff, whatever. Okay. I don't remember this one. Oh, hold on. It's like the gun shop here. Never mind, I remember where I am now. But yeah, they kind of like banked a lot of the like early appeal of it on John Romero's name. Even going as far as to put advertisements in PC Gamer and other magazines that had like just like the symbol for Daikatana, the game, and just the words "John Romero's about to make you his bitch" below that. It was a silly time for advertisement in gaming in general. It was like very juvenile, but the game eventually got like a lot of delays. Like I think it was like a year or two. And eventually when it came out, the engine was kind of like way past its prime, and the game itself was kind of like a mess, because you were supposed to like the big innovation was that you were supposed to have like AI companions following you around the levels, helping you, and their AI was crap. It was like they got stuck on corners, they like backtracked in some points, they got lost in the level and you couldn't find them. The gunplay was a bit average, I want to say. So I don't have enough money to get anything else, to be honest, but maybe some more curatives would be nice. I got 2 shield cells, so that now I can actually, you know, equip shield cells on my party, which is, you know, useful. But yeah, it was very embarrassing, and it was very unfortunate that it kind of killed this game as well, because it's like the expression that says guilt by association. This is what happened with Anachronox to an extent. Like it came out, it was pretty decent, but then by then Daikatana had come out and people were like, oh, it's from those guys that made Daikatana, so it's probably like shit. So yeah. Deus Ex was made by a different studio, however, so like a different studio under the same company. So it kind of blew past all of that, and like eventually Ironstorm kind of died down, and Deus Ex got acquired, like the franchise got acquired by I think Eidos Software, which was the publisher at the time. I don't remember how it went after that, but eventually Square got the rights to it after they did Invisible War, and that kind of sucked. I mean, Deus Ex Invisible War was also like a good game, but it did not live up to the expectations of anyone after the original Deus Ex. probably because they gave a lot of emphasis to like graphics over content. It was at the time when they started like doing realistic shadows and stuff, and the engine they used for Deus Ex was initially used by the third Thief game, which was okay. But yeah, they gave a lot of emphasis on the graphics and like the textures and how realistic the shadows were and stuff like that. So hold on, Anachronox Tours is not going to be available yet, so we need to go to the tenements. To proceed with the story. We've done all the side content that we could do up until now. But yeah, it's kind of like an interesting history, and a lot of it wasn't really obvious at the time that it was happening. Oh, we can go to the junkyard as well. But no, hold on, we need to do the stealth minigame here first. It's like down there, I think. But yeah, it was very interesting to see it unfold. But yeah, it was. Daikatana was kind of overhyped and eventually underperformed.
Okay, there's the place. Don't follow him from too far a distance and lose him, but don't stick too close and get caught either.
Yeah.
I already gave that time minder a quick pet for good luck as we passed it, so we'll...
So yeah, the game autosaves here, and this is like one of the great things about this game. It actually kind of explains the autosave in dialogue.
My back and I'll handle this
yeah, I petted the thing, so we have good luck. There we go. Just like need to follow that guy. So I think we need to come all the way here so he doesn't see us. Hi. Yeah, unfortunately games at the time had like a growing fascination with stealth elements. Like Deus Ex, for example, kind of like built a third of its experience on stealth elements. But there were a lot of games at that time where you had to do like these kinds of stupid mini games where you had to follow someone, or like you had like action games where at certain sections, well, no, damn it. Yeah, at least you get a notification. There were like certain sections in games where you would switch out the combat entirely and just had to stealth past guards for whatever reason. I mean, the third Prince of Persia game did that as well. It was like 2003, I think.
Will commence in 15 seconds.
Wind Waker, which is like 2005, also kind of did that. There's like a lot of games that had forced stealth sections in them at that time. I don't know why. Maybe because Thief was doing so well. And they like suddenly decided that that's the hip thing to do. That everyone likes stealth. Oh, yep. Come on. So, if... Oh, hey! Have a nice evening. Thanks for dropping by. So, if like anyone likes the vibes in this game, aside from Deus Ex, one other game that you might want to look into, which is not like... No. Like it's not like too similar in the dystopian aspect of it, but it's very similar in like the sort of kind of like oppressive atmosphere. Is Omicron the Nomad Soul from I believe it's like Quantic Dreams first game. It's like the guys that made Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Human, and also Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. It's kind of like it's like the most game that they made. That's like the least interactive experience game that they ever made. It was kind of cool. It was also one of the first games that I had ever played that kind of had like what you call it, celebrity endorsements in it. Omicron the Nomad Soul was kind of partially, at least, a game advertisement for David Bowie, because it had like I remember they advertised a lot of that was like the soundtrack of the game. It was like this game has a soundtrack by David Bowie, and also I think they used his likeness in one of the characters in the game, as far as I remember. I think like the rebel AI that assists you or something like that. Also, it's like one of those games that I never managed to finish because it's so weird. It's one of the early takes on open world games. Let's see. Hey, Tuma! Have a nice evening as well. And thanks for dropping by, and thank you for the good luck. It's not like I need it. Yeah. Let's see. Am I following the guy correctly? I think I am. So yeah, Omicron was kind of one of the earlier open world-ish games. It was a bit weird in that you didn't have a protagonist per se. You were kind of a spirit, I want to say, that was possessing other characters. And like the game made a big deal about you being able to possess a lot of the game's characters. Okay, so we found where he's heading. Yep. Don't fail it now. There we go. So it's entirely possible to fail the sequence right here. I did it the first time I played the game because I couldn't see the little thing on the right when you need to click to use the elevator.
Tuesday.
Okay. See ya. We're the guys that were following you.
I use Eddie to acquire sensitive information.
Yeah, man.
My clients pay big bucks to find out if, say, their wife's cheating on them or if their business partner's taking them for a ride, but Eddie's more discreet than a private dick, see, because he just happens to know things, you know?
Yeah, man.
And the fact that I charge a personal go-between fee ain't nobody but nobody's business, so give me the briefcase back.
Not until you tell us where to find Eddie, you skunk.
Come on, you ain't gonna be that way. He lives in the junkyard.
That stinkhole?
Ask him whatever you want while you're there. It's no big deal. He's a pretty nice guy. Just make sure you take him something chewy.
Chewy?
Yeah, and stinky. Chewing on stuff.
Yeah, that's that was kind of like threw me for a loop the first time I played the game.
Unfocused sometimes.
That's good. That's real good. Okay, well, we're gonna let you walk. But you watch who you're messing with next time.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yep. So remember where I mentioned something about the sock earlier on? Yeah, prepare to be grossed a bit, because we're gonna find a dirty sock to give to that Eddie guy for him to chew. Yes. So let's see. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I know. I don't remember if there's anything you can collect here. Also, there's a detective down there which gives us some side quests, and I need to do all of them before a certain point in the game in order to get Boots' upgrade on the lockpick. Just like this guy here. I like his character model, it's like really cool. Like this guy, Detective Rook, kind of looks like he belongs in a totally different game. So yeah, let's see. Main give me a hand. Cube rents a room on building 5 of the tenements. So that's the bit where we lockpicked something like half an hour ago, and I kind of told you that we're gonna be visiting this place in a while for a side quest. But yeah, you just like skip through here and through here. So let's see. It was like a guy that asked you to take a picture of all the Anachronox symbols. What was it? I don't think it's like this guy, is it? Maybe this guy? Oh no, hold on, it's like the guy in the museum. Why didn't he ask us for the pictures yet? I need to take a picture of this one. And I believe that later on I'm gonna go pick this one up, if memory serves. Like once I get like access to the little catwalk above it. Calling elevator. No, because this one's busted. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna let me go into tours yet, right? Oh. So it does. Fine. But there's nothing to do here. We'll eventually need to buy a ticket.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform.
In here someplace, and I think... Let's see, I'm not sure if I can like get anything here before that point. Never actually like explored a lot of it, to be honest. I know there's like a switch. Yeah. Hold on. No? That was like a switch that PAL could hack into here. PAL 18 or something like that. Yeah. Anyway. This is like firmly filed in the to do later pile. I'm still sure the guy at the museum was supposed to give me a quest. Also, this guy is supposed to sell me a battery or something. But not yet. Fine, fine. That's the thing when playing games that you've played before, you kind of, you know, keep remembering things in the wrong order. So there's like stuff that I remember happens later, but I can't access yet, which is kind of funny, considering that I haven't played this game since like 2002 or 1 or 3 or something like that. I was like very young at the time, and I still remember most of it. I guess it's true what they say about like formative experiences and that. So now we need to go. Oh shoot! We needed to go to the fountain area, didn't we? Yep. So this is the wrong. Oh, hold on. No, I need to do the side quest first. Jeez. To go downstairs to Frank's flop house. This is such a grim music and stuff. But yeah, again, it's like, I know it's supposed to be like a dystopian thing. Which is probably why Rowdy's Bar has the little like electronic number is a lot a lot more refreshing to revisit at certain points. Maybe it might have been better if they had like one more song playing. Oh shoot, this is not... it's the other one, the one with Grandpa's that I was supposed to visit. Ugh. Nice. Wow. It's getting kind of late. So I'm a bit excused, right? For going to the wrong place. So let's see, we're looking for Cube. Which... let me see. I actually have a picture of him, but yeah, I don't need it anymore. So, no. Cube would be on C7, so that would be like on the second floor. And I think we can also see here that the other lady kind of like murdered this guy after we ratted him out. Yeah. There was a murder here. Beat it! Before there's another one. Oh. Okay, we got the clue. So now we can go back to Detective Rook and let him know. I think we get the Boot's second skill now, like the flashbang thingy. Or maybe we get a better shield cell, I want to say. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. There's like, I know you get his second skill from Rook as well. But there's like 3 side quests that you need to do. And one of them upgrade, the last one that you do if you manage to do all of them before they log out. The last one upgrades your picklock skill, which is why I'm kind of like giving priority to these. Because I remember there was a way you could kind of lock yourself out of those if you didn't do them in time, and you ended up missing on Master Picklock, and there's a lot of good stuff you can get from the Master doors. I'm just gonna give a save here. Let's see, go back. Hi. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. I was meant to be going to the tours area. Nice. I guess we're walking the rest of the way. Damn it. Oh, hold on. Fight here or something? Or not? Also, this is kind of like a fast travel system that I never knew existed in the game until I played it like a couple of years ago again. Like, I didn't finish it that time because it had a lot of technical issues. But yeah, like the entire first time I played the game, I had no idea there was a taxi system in the game. in the Anachronox area, at least. So, let's see, is it the flashbang skill we get? Okay. Yeah, flash pack. Lovely. Aha. So, let's see. Flash blind. We learned a new skill. Woo. So this one, I believe, kind of like ruins enemies' hit chance, I think, or stuns them. I'm not sure which one of the two. And I definitely don't remember what the other two skills are. I remember surprisingly a lot, but again, it's not as much as I wish I had. So let's see, let's go find the chewy sock guy. He should be around here somewhere, like limping around. Let's see, maybe not the fountain, but why it's not you? It's not gonna be here either. It's like the Yerokan guy. Oh nope, the package guy, Fraz something. Is he like in a different part of it? Maybe I should go to the Mystic Museum while I'm here, right? See if I can get the side quest with the photographs. Maybe the limping guy is somewhere around here. Nope. Nope. Hey. Oh yeah, right. There's like a there's like another side quest from this guy, which also uses a camera. And we need to take pictures of. Oh, there we go. He's a.
Hi. Can we pull you aside for a second?
I love this cutscene.
Hi.
Hi?
Hi there.
Hi!
Yeah, this is gonna sound funny.
Peculiar, really.
But we heard
Through the grapevine.
that you had an unusual
Condition.
accident that left you
Unusual.
with one leg.
Warning.
And we were wondering if
By any chance?
Oh,
you might
there goes the
give us-
webcam.
Loan us.
Loan us, yeah. Your sock.
Sock.
Your sock.
Hi. Eek.
Please keep
Yeah,
carrying
this
on.
kind of sucks, right?
The District of South Anachronox is not liable for injury or death resulting from plate transitions. Stand by.
So we got a sock. So okay, give me a moment here because like I need to reconfigure the webcam now since it reset. Oh, I was kind of like hoping there was like we were gonna get through an entire stream without it like shitting itself inside out. Also, the webcam software isn't launching for some reason. It's kind of annoying. So let's see, video input. Did something happen to the camera? Yes, it reset again. And I think the exposure kind of messed up too. Let's see. Yeah, it's gone a lot brighter again. Yep, that's like way too bright. That's like way too not bright. Oh, it's like becoming a lot more weird. This isn't right, like at all. But oh, there we go. Hi. I can has webcam again. So let's see. I think we need to take pictures of this guy. There's like everyone that's on the path from here to the fountain. So I think it's mostly that guy by the lamppost, but just to be safe, I'm gonna take a picture of this guy too. And this guy too. Like this guy too. I think that's about it. Let's go talk to Yerokan. Something happened to the camera. Like always. Oh. So yeah, I'm kind of like starting to suspect it might be the wiring that's faulty. We'll see. So we still haven't taken a picture of the guy. So oh, it's like the guy with the package, isn't it? That's probably gonna be him. So let's see, he should be... Nope. have been here. Oh, there we go. Yo. No, not you. I think this is enough. So yeah, there's also like an item up there that I only ever noticed like way at the end of the game. You can't get it anyway at the moment. I think you need tractor beam or something. The yep, another character's active skill. Yes, spoilers. So let's see. Spoilers. Hey, a looter band. Nice. I knew there was a reason I was doing these. I can put on Grampus for now. It's like it gives you some like dodge, I guess. Spoilers. That's not a spoiler though. I mean, you don't know. Like there's like, even if I actually go out and spoil this particular thing, you're not going to believe it until you see it for yourself. It's one of like maybe the weirder moments in this game. Let's see. No. Whackmasters. Yeah. So now we need to go to the junkyard. Oh, sorry. I need to go to the museum first. See? I knew I forgot something. I'm pretty sure that quest with the Anachronox symbols is gonna be active now. It should, at least, since we have access to all 6 of them. And I'd rather do it now, so that I can pick up the piece later on. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, I know, I know you're joking. I'm going to do again. Oh, why doesn't it give me credit for the rest of them? Anachronox symbol. Come on. I have pictures of all of them. Like, quite literally. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Maybe I need to exit and re-enter. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm like, no, I'm not really actually, you know, spoiling anything. Hey, I've got those pictures. Woohoo! Nice. So I got a lot of money and stuff. Now the thing is that then for the next one I kind of need to get PAL first, the little robot. So yeah, you kind of need to hack the maintenance access thingy to go get the symbol on top of tours. So yeah, I guess we're just like proceeding to the junkyard now, which is the main story. Although I would make an argument that you maybe would like to play this game at some point. It's quite decent. Like I mean, unless you're planning to see the entire playthrough on here, which is whatever works for you. That's like a pretty cool game anyway. Let's see, Anachronox tours. Maybe I should... Oh, sorry for bumping the microphone. Maybe I should do Deus Ex next. That would be fun. Like, I mean, I've done it already, but why not, like, do it one more time? Maybe I can, like, focus on not doing everything that time. Like I always do. It's like a weird thing with Deus Ex. I would always, like, solve an area, like navigate through an area, and then I would go back and explore all of the alternate solutions, so I would get all of the XP and all of the items. More often than not, hold on, junkyard. Yeah. More often than not, that would not be worth the time and effort, because, like, the way a lot of the areas in Deus Ex are designed is that you need to use a variety of supplies to get through. So you would need to use your multi-tools and your lockpicks and energy cells and stuff to get through an area. So by going back and exploring all of the other, like, optional paths, you would usually end up using up more resources than you would gain by going through those paths, which is kind of funny. But it was still like a lot of fun to, you know, go through. Let's see, we get a fight here, right? Yeah. And again, now that we have like 2 characters, it becomes a lot more manageable to... Oh, I'm out of range. Damn it. Boom. Problem is that games are physically too many. Yeah, I know. Like, tell it to my backlog. Backlog. That kind of sucks. I don't think I'm ever gonna manage to play all of them, which is why I kind of like stopped buying them nowadays. Let's see, I don't remember if there's like items you can get around here. I remember in the Mystic Tunnels there's a lot of stuff you can find. So yeah, this is more or less the game's first dungeon, I guess. Yep. Oh, hold on. Why don't I have... I did equip a shield cell, didn't I? On both of these guys. Why don't I have a... like the extra HP that comes from that? Also, yeah, Grampus has like the most ridiculous attack animation you have ever seen. Like, it's really, really silly. Very, very exaggerated. Oh, now we're gonna get like attacked by the other guy. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can... I don't want to use my bindle bug though. So maybe just like shoot this guy and kill him. But yeah, this is his basic attack animation. It's just kind of funny. A bit. Oh, you know, if I'm gonna do Deus Ex, maybe I should also do System Shock, right? I mean, System Shock 2, which I've like done to death as well. But also maybe System Shock 1, the Enhanced Edition. I've never played that one back in the day. I'm also probably gonna hate it, considering that I've already played like the better sequel. Might be a nice idea for like future streams. Maybe if we finish this, I don't know if people like this enough to see it through to the end. I certainly do. Oh yeah, there's like another fight here. So let me just check my shield cells. I'm pretty sure I equipped one to each. Yeah, I did. Can allocate 8 to shield. Oh! Hold on. That's right. Oh, you need to... I totally forgot about that. So, the way shield cells work, the energy that they have, you need to allocate to your shields, and whichever one is like left over, you use it as mana. So now we should have more health. Yep. That's fine. Whoa, what? Oh, that's right. It's like the little guy. He's dead. Yep. So yeah, after a certain point, the game becomes a lot easier than like the starting few battles because A, you are overpowered for it, and B, you have a lot more like characters in game to, you know, beat people up with. And plus Grampus, which I think was initially supposed to be like a sort of caster archetype, just like kicks ass in melee for some reason. Like, I think his beat is at average or something like that, his strength and his beat skills. Let me check. Yeah, his might is fair and his beefiness as well. So he's like a lot better at dealing damage than Boots for some reason. Even though, like, from a design perspective, he's clearly supposed to be like a caster character. Let's see. Drop down to here. I think this is a dead end, I want to say. Yep. Like another fight down there. So I need to head back then, because I need to explore the other side first. Just, you know, to prevent backtracking later on. So this is like a an instinct that I've been taught by many video games. And whenever a game points me to the right, I instinctively want to go to the left to see what items the dead end has. Which is silly, I guess, as a to call it an instinct, but still, it's there we go. Hi, Eddie knows. No kidding, I know Eddie knows. Does he know that I know that he knows? Oh, hold on, I think this is the way to Eddie. So what's the other side? We get like a blue insect from here later on. What the side area has? I have no idea. It's usually items. Most of them are usually items. There's a few that are gonna have sort of kind of like side quests and stuff at one point. Ah, yeah. It's like the curiosity of what's the next thing I'm gonna get. So you dead? These guys are like free experience at this point. They have like 50 HP, I think, or something like that. So you can easily like one-shot them with either of the characters. Which is kind of decent because they are ranged characters. And it's a lot more troublesome to just let them live. Because they can snipe you from afar. And Grampus himself cannot like attack them until they... until he moves closer. Oh. What is this area supposed to be? Oh, symmetrical tree. Ah, I need this for a side quest later on. I remember now. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. I remember now. Usually after I've been to an area I wasn't supposed to be in before the time I was supposed to be in it. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I need to leave. Oh, I need to leave the junkyard. There's like a guy that asks me to find a symmetrical tree for him right outside the entrance, and I kind of like rushed through without like talking with him. Ah, curses! Like, I think it's one of the alien guys. Because now they have a translator, I was supposed to... I should have gone around the areas and talked to all the aliens that I couldn't understand before. Yeah, done fucked up. However, it's also about time that I called this a night, I think. So I think it's this guy's that... Yep, symmetrical crystal tree for presentation. Yep, we pay you. See, I remember. So we can like do this side quest and then... Oh. Wait, what? They respawn? Since when? Well, that's kind of interesting. I did not remember they respawn. You did yourself? I mean, yeah, that kind of like happens. Crocodile Ferry? Which game is that? Crocodile Ferry. Oh, choke. Yeah, but that's fine. You can like speedrun it later on. You could use my VOD as hints. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. But yeah, there's like there's a guide on Steam which you can use for to see which items you need to use on it. I think you need to use everything except the pepper pot, which is like the gloves, the boots, the 3 parchments. It's like the spider web. What else was there? There was like another 2 items, I think. Oh god damn it! It's like a. I only played this game like 2 days ago. I should be remembering this. What? Like seriously, why do I not remember that? 2 pieces? Wait, it's the gloves, it's the boots, it's spider web. It's like the parchment pieces, like the drawing parts. Hey, level up, nice. Oh shoot, what else was there? That's the symmetrical one. Yep, there we go. 2 pieces of paper. Yeah, the 2 parchment pieces. Dragon scales, yes. Carrots and the feather and the mug. Okay, fair enough. So you basically need to solve every other area except the crocodile ferry, or like the serpent ferry or whatever. So let us also, is Nognir still in chat? I forgot to ask him if he had a safe flight, because I'm gonna be having Nognir over at some point in this week. Who knows? Maybe I can convince him we can do like a double stream or something like that. But not really, but still. Maybe I can like convince him to come say hi. Because he's also into streaming. Wait, what? Combat? Again? What? I don't... What? Okay, I'm pretty sure these guys weren't supposed to respawn. And yeah, let me just... There we go. Should go follow him. He's been setting up to start streaming himself, and by the looks of it, he's probably gonna specialize in roguelikes and Metroidvania type games. Hi. You found 3. He found 3. Game is evolving, I guess. Like, we also had like a bug that I've never seen before in my life when we were doing the combat training. So we're at like the 3-hour mark. I said that I was gonna start streaming a bit more consistently, and thanks to Razin for like helping me figure this out, by the way. So the plan for now is to stream Tuesday through to Friday from like 8-ish or 9 to midnight. So there's gonna be like hopefully a solid 3 hours of streaming every day from those 4 days, and then like have like the weekend off and maybe Monday as well. I don't really want to like burn myself out. Consistency hopefully is gonna be better. So yeah. Tomorrow is probably also going to be Anachronox, because I'd rather just like focus on one game at a time. Plus, I'm very happy to have gotten it working in widescreen, which took a lot of time. So I hope you lot appreciate it. But yeah, it was like I think we spent like 2 hours with Razdian yesterday trying to set this up. He was like doing remote tech support. I was like, can you see the game now? And he's like, no, there's like a still screen. And I'm like, why? They just like mess around with the settings and try again. Now can you see it? Yeah, I can see it, but it's like minimized. Oh no. Took us like 2 hours. 2 hours, damn. It was like 2 a.m. when I went to bed. But it's worth it. Aside from like, you can see here that the widescreen is like actual proper widescreen, but not all of the graphics are like stretched to fit. Because initially you weren't supposed to see like the game world around the camera. You were only supposed to see the camera window when you were taking pictures, which is why when you go to like an empty slot, it's just like literally a frame overlaid over the game window in first person. So speaking of which, maybe I should delete this since I've completed the quest. Maybe I like save again, just to be safe. So yeah, once again, I would love to hear suggestions if you think I should stream something else. And let me just make it clear, it's because I have so many games I want to do that I can never decide. So suggestions are like literally just helping me out to decide, like G Scorpion did with Teok last week. And thanks for that, by the way. It was an amazing game. Loved it. But yeah, it's probably going to be more Anachronox tomorrow and see how far I can get by the end of the week, so we can maybe start Deus Ex next week or something. But yeah, let's see if there's anyone we can raid, I guess. I'll just like pop the webcam in. Hi. See? I'm totally like thinning out here, damn it. Old age. Damn you. I thought we had a deal. Let's see, is there anyone online we could like pop some love to? Ugh, in some way. That sounds wrong. Said Siog, not the other game. I mean, you said both. And I did stream both. And you know, actually, you want to hear something funny? Let me like show you something. Where is the desktop? So see the text assistant tree? Because this key does not have a store page associated to it, I cannot remove it from my account. See, it redirects me to the main page, and if I try to, let's see, was it's like a way you could like go directly to the help area to try and remove it. System support. See, it doesn't come up in the list of like recent games, so I can't remove it, and you can't even you even it doesn't even come up that I own this game in my Steam library. So it's like literally they gifted me a beta key which I cannot remove from my account ever. Although maybe I could send a ticket to support and ask them if they can do it manually. But for like a crappy game, that's not particularly worth the hassle, I guess. Maybe I can just like, you know what? I can probably like hide it. Hide. There was like a way you could hide it, right? I can't hide it either. What? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, let's see who we can raid. I think Mati is around. see. Matthias. Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. So yeah, that's fine, I guess. I'm not seeing anyone like with any, any games that are closer to what I play from the guys I follow, and I really don't want to like rate someone that I don't know. Matt is a great streamer actually, so you should stick around. If you don't, thanks for keeping me company here. I'll see you tomorrow more than likely. Still no promises on like a regular schedule yet. I'm gonna like give it like a couple of weeks to see if like I can keep like the momentum going. If I do, then it's probably gonna be like Tuesday to Friday, 9 to midnight, and fingers crossed I can make it stick this time. But yeah, let's raid Matthias, and thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm going to see you around soon.